All right, everybody. What's happening? How we doing today? Want to go over briefly the kind of overview of JavaScript frameworks, which, if you're not familiar, are becoming more and more popular for making progressive web apps. And what you're going to find is that JavaScript frameworks, especially in the enterprise level, have become almost the standard, um, with basically three leading frameworks. And those three frameworks are going to be Vue JS, which is relatively the newest one, React, which is probably the most popular one at an enterprise level. Now, jQuery is a little bit different. That's been around for a while. It is a JavaScript-based library, but it's being replaced with these frameworks. And then finally, what you'll find here is that Angular is probably the oldest, but also used in a lot of enterprise products. So taking a look at that, this is basically just a quick overview of the four primary JavaScript frameworks, maybe excluding jQuery. So you have Vue JS, and you can come here. We prefer to build everything with Vue JS. It is probably the newest, most easy to use, and most best outlook for the future, because it is simpler to use. It uses a lot of the best features of React and Angular. So this is what we actually use for our progressive web apps, Vue.js. Then we'll go over here to React, and React is basically the one that is used most in enterprises. And React is also kind of a next step of Angular. It's a little bit easier without the TypeScript and things like that. However, I do think that Vue is even easier to use than React. But we can use both, and we do constantly. jQuery, again, is going to be the library where you're going to be able to do things like mobile expansions and different features that JavaScript utilizes. However, it is more of a library, so you can actually use jQuery within these frameworks, and a lot of times we do, and businesses do. However, jQuery is kind of becoming the older standard, whereas Vue, Angular, and React are taking over. And then finally, we have Angular, which is probably the oldest JavaScript framework. However, it is still very popular at an enterprise level, and you will find it in all sorts of different projects out there if you are applying for jobs. It's in a high demand skill. So definitely learn Angular. I would say learn all of these. But as far as the future and what we like to use, because again, we always try to think of where things are going, we use Vue. However, if you're using Angular or React, you're still going to be able to find plenty of work out there that needs those skills. And they're very, very solid frameworks to use. I mean, you can really do almost anything from an application standpoint using those frameworks. So if you guys have any questions about any of these, we're going to go into more detail on each of the frameworks themselves. But leave a like, leave a subscribe, that stuff helps. And again, we'll be coming back with more tutorials specifically on each of the frameworks themselves. So take care, guys. Catch you in the next video.